Hey y'all, it's your girl Brenda, coming to you with another video addressing some questions that I received over the course of this week. I received some really great questions, all of which had to do with fashion or, just clothing in general. So once again, let me state, I am not a fashion expert. I do not claim to be a fashion expert. However, I love to shop. I love clothes. My girlfriends come to me for advice. So that's all this is. It's just in good fun. And, if I'm asked for advice, I like to try to give it. So that's all it is. It's tongue in cheek, all in good fun. No, I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be an expert, but um, I do know how to shop, and I like to think that I dress nice. So um, that's all this is. So with that said, my first question comes from Miss Rita. Hey Rita, thank you for your question. And she would like to know about leggings and basically um, the basic rules of wearing them. And she specifically asked me to mention or talk about wearing nude leggings. So let's start with that. Let that be rule number one. No one, I don't care what size you are, I don't care if you're size 0, I don't care if you're size 24, no one, black, white, Puerto Rican, Haitian, don't matter. No one is to wear nude leggings. They are not a good look on anybody. The only thing that you accomplish is make yourself look naked. It's not a good look. So I would highly discourage anybody from wearing a nude colored legging. So let's let that be rule number one. Rule number two, probably more important than the nude legging, is if they are sheer, they are not leggings. Let me repeat that. If they are sheer, they are not leggings, but they are tights. So let's keep that in mind as you're shopping for leggings for, whatever season you're in, whether it's winter, spring, summer, or fall. If they are sheer, they are tights, meant to be worn under a dress, preferably a dress that's at least knee length, or maybe mid thigh at best. But they're definitely tights, not leggings. So let's just keep that in mind. If they're sheer, they're tights. If we can see your panties through them, they are tights. They are not leggings. So that's rule number two. And those are really the only rules per se. My personal preference is, if I'm going to be wearing a legging, the top that I have on is going to be long enough to cover my belly and my booty. The minimum length for me is it would at least hit where my hip bone meets my thigh bone. I personally think this is a general rule of thumb for anybody, no matter what size you are. So if you're a thin girl or if you're a plus size girl like me, I personally feel, and again, this is just my opinion, I feel that if you're going to wear a legging, it should cover both your belly and your booty. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule. If you're at the gym, you throw on a pair of leggings and a t-shirt, no one's really caring what you're looking like. But if you're actually wearing them to be fashionable, then yes, your belly and your booty should be covered. Again, my personal preference, that's all it is. Um, if you're wearing them in the summertime, you can throw on a cute little swing top or like a cute little swing t-shirt, something that's going to fall away from the body and give you some room or some movement. If it's in the wintertime, I typically only wear them in the winter because it's too damn hot where I live to be wearing anything other than, little sleeveless shirts and, some cute shorts and stuff. But so I don't typically wear leggings in the summer, but I will rock me some leggings in the wintertime. And when I do, I typically will have on an oversized sweater. I also have a poncho that I love that I'll wear them with, and I'll oversized sweater and like a nice scarf and my knee boots, grab one of my bags, and I'm out the door. So with that said, I'm going to show you two examples of how you could put together an outfit for warmer climates and colder climates concerning leggings. Both images came from Google. I don't know who they belong to. Again, they just came from Google, so my intention is not to plagiarize. If you happen to come across this video and they're yours, feel free to state so in the comments. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. So take a look at these examples, and I'll be right back. Okay, so next question comes from my girl Miley. Hey, Miley, thank you for your question. And her question is concerning fashion rules that are BS, as she puts it. Um, the only one that comes to mind for me really is the whole white after Labor Day rule. People say you're not supposed to wear it before, I think, before Easter and after Labor Day. My question is, says who? Where did that rule come from? Why is it a rule? Personally, I think it's stupid. If you want to wear white, wear white. I think what's more important in wearing white throughout the year is the fabrics that you choose. Um, in the summertime, you're probably going to want to go more for linen or gauze or thinner fabrics, maybe something that's chiffon or georgette. In the wintertime, you might want to go more towards sweaters, so it might be like a thicker cotton or wool. If you're doing pants or a coat, you might be looking more at like tweed. Um, but yeah, it's really more about the fabrics and less about just actually wearing the color white. If you want to wear white after Labor Day, go for it. But if you're in a cooler climate, or if you're in some, if you live somewhere that actually has a winter, which Miley does not, she lives in paradise, lucky her. So Miley, you can just wear whatever you want to wear. If you want to wear white and linen and gauze and whatever after Labor Day, girlfriend, go for it, because you live in Hawaii, you can wear whatever the hell you want, and no one's gonna bat an eye at you. But for those of us who live on the mainland and who actually deal with four seasons, um, once you hit that October 1st mark and things begin to cool down and you're looking at 60s and 50s and 40s and just starting to steadily get colder and fall into those winter temperatures, then you're going to want thicker fabrics. You're going to want sweaters, wool, cotton, mohair, or chenille. You're going to want more winter type fabrics. You're going to want a tweed jacket. You're going to want maybe tweed pants, or like a real winter type trouser. Also, too, the shade would really be important too. I mean, white is white. However, um, in the wintertime, you're probably going to want to go more towards a winter white. Um, so a winter white is going to be a little more creamy. It's not going to be so white like a wedding dress white or like white linen or anything of that nature. It's going to be a little more creamy. It'll have just the barest hint of beige. So yeah, you definitely want to focus on the shade of white after Labor Day, and then once you get into cooler temps, you want to focus on fabrics. But otherwise, if you want to wear white year round, go for it. Whoever came up with that rule, whatever. I wear white whenever I feel like it. I just pay attention to fabrics. So with that said, I do have an example of a good winter white look. This particular girl is in a beautiful turtleneck sweater with pants and a really nice brown suede boot. Again, it came from Google. I don't know. It looks like she's part of a runway show. No idea who the designer is. But the outfit is gorgeous, and it's a perfect example that would work for any size. So whether you're a plus size girl or someone who is smaller, this look would work really on anybody. So take a look. Again, drop your comments below, and I'll be right back. Okay, and my last question comes from my beautiful cousin Sabrina. Hey Sabrina, thank you for your question. Those of you who know the both of us probably would say that she and I look like twins. I personally don't see it, but I take it as a compliment because my girl is beautiful. So with that said, she would like to know, she says that she feels more comfortable in darker clothing, and that she feels that she looks better in darker clothing, and she wants to know ways that she can maybe brighten up her wardrobe and add some color. So knowing you, Sabrina, if I had to guess, I'm guessing that you're thinking that darker clothing works better on plus size women because it makes us look thinner. That's actually not true. For us, it's all about how clothes fit and less about color. You're a beautiful brown girl like me. Our complexions are very similar. Go for color. There's nothing wrong with that. Now you can dress in monochromatic tones, meaning that you can do different shades of the same color. So let's just choose pink, for example. You can maybe wear like a pastel pink top with a darker pink bottom, and that would work. Or you can do the same with blues or purples or whatever. But don't be afraid to add some color to your wardrobe, because it's really more about how your clothes fit rather than the actual color themselves. And being that you're a beautiful brown girl, you pretty much can wear whatever color you want and get away with it. So that's one of the pluses of being brown girls. Brown girls can wear pretty much anything and it's going to look great. So, but in general, for women of all hues and all shapes and sizes, particularly my plus size girls, don't be afraid of color. Don't be afraid of pattern. It's really more about how your clothes fit, and it's really more about wearing certain styles that would suit your shape. I am someone who is an apple shape. I have all of my weight is in my midsection. I have a smaller bust for someone of my size. However, I've got a belly and I've got a little bit of back fat, so I'm just round all the way around. So with that, I tend to go more toward pure waistlines or baby doll type shirts that will have that'll hit me like right here, oops, and then kind of fall away from the body. I also will wear like boyfriend tops or swing tops, things that will kind of fall away from the body ever so slightly, but would still give me a little bit of a shape as much as possible for someone who's shaped like me. Also, I think it's important with bottoms to wear bottoms that actually fit your waist. If you put on your pants or a pair of pants or a skirt and you've got that muffin top thing happening, that's a really good indication that you need to go up a size. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. But that will affect how your clothes look. If you put on a bottom that's too tight and it creates that muffin top, that means that your bottom is too small and it's time to go up a size. Shorts. That's another thing. Shorts, for me, that's one of my pet peeves, is seeing a plus size girl in a pair of shorts and they're walking and they're riding up in the middle and they're constantly having to tug at, the crotch to make sure they don't ride up. There's a really simple answer to that. Instead of wearing regular shorts, get a Bermuda short. A Bermuda short looks just like a regular short, except for it's just going to hit you right above your knee instead of hitting you mid-thigh. That's the only difference. And you can walk and not have to worry about that whole chub rub riding up thing. I discovered the beauty of the Bermuda short a couple years ago and I haven't looked back. So yeah, it's all about really how your clothes fit. It's all about finding styles and shapes that work for you and the way that you're built. If you're someone that has a larger bust, you might want to consider maybe tops that have V-necks or scoop necks. You might even want to consider a wrap top or a faux wrap top that will give you that illusion of having the crisscross effect. It will also, if you're someone that has a larger bust, a wrap top will actually minimize your stomach too, so it'll make you look a little thinner. If you're someone like me, you have a smaller bust but you have a larger stomach, then you might want to consider an pure waistline or a baby doll type waistline. And again, it's all about the bottoms too. If your bottoms give you that little hangover effect or that muffin top effect, then you definitely need to go up a size. So with that said, I have a couple of different examples. These came from Old Navy and Torrid, of tops and Bermuda shorts that could work pretty much on any figure. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I hope that I have effectively answered all of your questions. If you have any other questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. You can also post on my page, you can inbox me, and you can also email me at biggirletiquette@gmail.com. Hope you guys are having a good week, and be good. Bye.